Child, now I don't know what they was thinking about. Everybody's so messy. AWTM with the news you can use. TV shows and your latest celebrity news. Follow me on Facebook, Elise, YouTube, AWTM, TikTok, Elise with the message. Now let's get into it. What's up, everybody? And all the Queen's men is back. I am Elise with the message AWTM, and we are here to review this show, right? So we're going to start doing celebrity news, TV shows that you might like because I like it. And this show, I have been waiting for it to come back on. They hit us with a double episode release, not just one. So we're going to go over it a little bit. So started off with Trouble. You know, Trouble, Rayshawn, and old boy, I don't quite remember his name right now. They went to go rob Miss Tandy. Of course, they were going to get revenge out on Miss Tandy because Miss Tandy and her husband really SA'd Rayshawn. You know, really made him just have PTSD almost, like really tore him up bad. In the previous shows we saw this, and you know, he's kind of traumatized, and she wanted to make a deal so Rayshawn wouldn't talk, but they said, hey, we just gonna go and rob her and get all of her money. So I don't know how much money this was, but it looks like it was a nice little nest egg. Like that bag was full of money, and Miss Tandy said that was her money just in case her marriage didn't work out. So it had to be enough for somebody to go and start a new life, and they took all of this money. They didn't leave not one penny in that safe. Trouble came to do what she needed to do. Meanwhile, Rayshawn is downstairs beating the heck out of Miss Tandy's husband. I mean, he's blacked out, and he just went all in on him. Trouble has put her gun out on Miss Tandy, threatening her. You know, she's crying in the corner on the floor. I didn't want to show too much because of YouTube, but it's just crazy. And he's beating this man. Like, they did all kind of things to Rayshawn in the previous episodes. They had him tied up as an S-slave, rather. I don't want to say too much, but they had him tied up as an S-slave, doing all kinds of things to him because he was naive. He went in thinking he was going to make him a quick little buck or whatever, but they was into some really kinky, dirty stuff. And they just traumatized the old boy. So when he saw her husband, he kind of blacked out. You know, he blacked out and started beating him, and he almost didn't stop. Now, her husband, he's in the hospital. They don't even know if he's going to make it or not. This is how bad that beating was. And I ain't going to say he deserved it, but both of them deserved it, not just him, right? He didn't do too much to her. He didn't really do anything to her. But when he saw that husband, I don't know exactly what happened in that situation in the past, but he definitely blacked out on that man and just was hammering him. Like, it was just crazy, all right? So, next we go on to old detective, right? This is what happened in this first episode that premiered. She got caught. So she got called in to the office, and her CI, he snitched on her. So he snitched on her and said that she was working with Madam, you know, also that, you know, they have footage of her and everything was sent to her email. And she's like, I didn't have an email with any of this information on it, but they was like, yeah, you did. So somebody clearly is kind of setting her up. And they also have video from when she was getting knocked down in old boy's apartment, right? So I don't know how they have video because I think she disabled the video. Now we go to Madam and her loudmouth sister. She went to the home because her father was unalived in the previous episode by a guillotine. So she went to the home to see what was going on and how did this happen. Her sister comes in running her mouth as she usually does, and Madam wasn't having it. Now she takes old girl, holds her by the back of her neck, and sticks something in her. It looks like it went straight in her windpipe or whatever. So you know what I'm saying or whatever. And it was just not looking good for her sister. And like, she's already on 10. She's already upset about her dad not being here anymore. So why would you even start with her? Why would you start all that mess? And she keeps doing that. Now she's on the ground leaking. So they did call an ambulance, but it's not looking too good for her sister. But we do find out later in the episode that she does make it through. But that was crazy. Now Blue's like, oh my God, there's some more stuff we done got into. They in the car, they're riding back. And so is Madam. She's reflecting on everything that happened. They're wondering if the police is coming after them or exactly what's going on. Trying to figure out what the next move is that they're going to make, right? So I just have to say that Madam, you don't want to play with Madam. And look at those earrings. Them earrings are the bomb. Her fashion game is on point. Her fashion game never disappoints. Not one time. All right, so here goes Tommy, knowing everybody's upset. He's offering these damn cookies like he always got them in his pocket. I don't know where these cookies even come from or what they have in them, but he always trying to get somebody to get these damn cookies. So she gets a phone call. And who's on this phone call on the other end? The detective. And why is she on the phone call? Because now she needs some help because she knows she's in trouble. She done got her behind handed to her at the station. And she wants Madam to meet her so they can talk about it. But she kind of throws out a little threat like, you need to meet me. And she like, are you threatening me? She like, no, I just need some help. Yeah, I thought you would change your tune up and you just need some help and you're not making any threats over that way. So we get to the club and Amp is talking to Doc and he's talking about the drugs that he had been taking. Like, he's been wilding out. Everybody knows Amp. He's been on one from the last few episodes of this season. He has been definitely on one, fighting, drugging, having relations in the club. He actually unalived a girl by mistake. By having relations. They're trying to talk him out of it, but it seems like he's going to listen, and I hope he does get off of the drugs or whatever. Then they go and do their little dance, all right? So they were dancing to X Room. I can't say it on YouTube, but they were dancing to that, and they look good. I must say they look good. Now, the male stripper club, any stripper club is really not for me. Dancing all over me and making a spectacle and all that. You know how they be flipping them ladies and doing all that kind of, I don't want to be done like that. Not in public, but but it's just so, and I'll come back to this point later because I don't mess with them because they nasty, and I'll come back to that point later because there is something else that's going to happen in this episode. So then we get back to the car. Madam is trying to tell Tommy, take her to her damn club. Like, what are you doing? Tommy's trying to make sure the coast is clear, that there's nobody trying to get them, or the police are not at the club waiting to talk to them. So he just want to make sure she all right. But I ain't scared of nothing. I ain't scared of nobody. Take me where I gotta go. Okay, tough ass. And that's how she always is in the show. She never lets up on that tough, I'm not scared of nobody. I don't care what happens. Even though this happened to her father, it didn't shake her to the point to where she rethinks any of her behavior. She's still on the same gangster stuff and on the same gangster shit. And that's what I love about her. Okay? So now, after finding out the coast is clear and finding out everything is okay, they're going to go ahead and go to the club. She's like, drop me by my house so I can change so we can get to the club. Now we back at Club Eden, right? All the ladies are piling in. There's always a good show at the club. There's always a packed house full of ladies waiting to see the men dance. And they in the house. Then we get to Dime. She tells Trouble and the old boy that they have a private dance. And they like, what? That ain't never happened together. So they get up there and guess who it is? Good old Miss Tandy. And Miss Tandy is like, I want my money. Like, y'all took all my bread that I had saving for a rainy day, just in case. And I don't even think Miss Tandy like her husband. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, but I really don't think she likes him at all. And she wants nothing really to do with him. I think it's a situation and an arrangement. That's why she's always at the strip club with the strippers and having fun, with all them, because I don't think she likes him at all. But she said that's her nest egg, and she's trying to ask them who did Madam send y'all in trouble? Like, yeah, she sent us, and it's gonna be trouble for trouble. Now, old boy catches her outside when she comes out of that room, and he said, I know you're not messing with none of these other men in here, basically, because you my girl. Everybody know it. She like, oh, is that right? Is that so? Now, you know this lady is a freak, right? Freak, right? A-K. She is a very freaky woman. She messes around. She's into all kind of crazy things. So that ain't going to work too well for you. But I just want to take a moment and hone in on these glasses. What are those? Okay. Are those the Mr. Magoo 3000s? Like, he thought he was killing and sexy in these glasses, but no, sir. Absolutely not. Then she says she saw Madam come in as she's entering the club. I need to talk to you. And Madam like, damn right, because I'm in the mood to be if I have to, right? But they go into the office and talk, and she's asking them, and look at Trouble. She's about to itch herself, right? They go into the office and talk about, whether Madam sent Trouble and Rayshawn to rob her, and did Madam do this? And Madam's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And she was like, so if I take revenge out on them, you're not going to retaliate, right? And Madam was like, well, after what you did to Rayshawn, because I told y'all what happened to Rayshawn. She's like, after what you did to Rayshawn, if you do something, I just might retaliate. So Tandy needs to walk on thin ice because she's still messing with Madam after all the stuff that's happened. Madam has shown her again and again and again what happens to people that mess with her. But she's in here acting all tough, talking about she need her money or whatever. But that was a lot of money. It wasn't nothing to play over. But I don't know what's going to happen if she tries to take revenge out on Trouble and Rayshawn and old boy. I don't think Madam is here for that, and I don't think she wants her messing with her people. All right. Now we go to the scene coming out. She says, oh, Trouble, you a little liar, right? I asked her, and she said you didn't have anything, or she didn't have anything to do with it, and you better have my money. B better have my money at my house in the AM, and don't play with me. So Trouble is looking worried, and like, oh my God, now Madam knows. So then we cut to Trouble going to talk to Tommy. She's telling Tommy that CI that you thought Louisiana took out, he's still alive. He's still walking around. I saw him today. He was outside the police station dressed like a bum, which this happened on the first episode that premiered, right? So I didn't go over both episodes. I'm trying to put them together, but that's what happened. So he's still well and alive. And Tommy's like, you lying. That's not true. And he starts to believe her towards the end because that man is definitely alive, definitely walking around the streets pretending to be a bum, right? And Louisiana swore that he took this man out. He swore. So if y'all don't know, Louisiana is actually an undercover cop, right? But he's grimy. Like, I'm going to let y'all know in a minute why he's grimy, but he's an undercover cop, so he really didn't do anything to him. He just made it look like it, all right? When we cut to this scene, look how Freak, she's up there saying she wants a private dance from Louisiana. So we cut to the part where Fuego is in the locker room with Blue. He's telling her that his computer got hacked, and they said they know all this information, that Madam set him up, and that they are a better hacker than he is. That you think you're the hacker and you think you're the IT genius, but you don't have anything on us. So they hacked straight into his computer, straight into his phones. So Blue said, hey, you better handle it. Aren't you the IT guy? Aren't you the person that's supposed to handle these things like this? Aren't you on payroll for this? So this is something that you need to straighten out. So Fuego, he's so scary to me. He's always scared of something or bothered by something. But maybe this season, hopefully, he gets a little bit more, I'm just going to say, bigger balls. So he can start handling some things because you do get paid for this. And Madam does not play. So Blue, like, you handle it. You do what you got to do. All right. Now we're going to skip to the part where, look at Louisiana up there with Miss Freaky Sandy. wanting to get took down. So he's in there taking off his clothes. So when I tell y'all, because I'm not going to show those pictures or show what happened, but he went straight forward and straight to it. Like, that's why I said I'm going to come back to that part. That's why strippers, nasty, okay? Some of them. I'm going to just say some of them. So Madam calls up Amp and tells him what happens or what happened to her dad, right? Which is his grandfather. So he's sitting there, he's kind of messed up, and she was like, I thought I should tell you. And he tries to reminisce about some things that, you know, Grandpa used to say or he used to do, and tries to, you know, have his little reminisce moment. And Madam like, hey, not on my watch. Like, we ain't talking about that. Cut that out. You know, I just had to tell you. I'm going to call you up here to tell you. All right, then get on somewhere. You know, just real cold. Now, Tommy is talking to Blue about what he was told about the CI. And is the CI still alive? Is he still walking around? They need to find out what happened. And he was like, Louisiana was supposed to take care of it for me. But Blue was like, yeah, cleanup is not that quick. Cleanup takes more than that. So it's something fishy. So Louisiana, he better watch his back. So they get a call. Madam. Madam, Blue, and Tommy get a call saying that the nurse is, you know, they located where she is. She's at her apartment, so they're getting ready to ride out to go see about what happened with her daddy, because the nurse was supposed to be looking over him and she didn't get a call. Trouble tries to break her neck to talk to Madam. Tommy shuts her down as usual, and she ends up looking stupid. I don't know why Trouble is always trying to run up in Madam's face, but Madam is not here for it. Neither is Tommy or Blue. Now we get back to what I was saying. Now look at this nasty. He came straight out from being his face in, all in, to everything. No shower, no bath, no cleaning. Straight back up on the stage, shaking it and popping it. Didn't even put a breath mint, a Tic Tac, a piece of gum, or nothing in his mouth. So he's out here dancing, popping it, doing all this with everything on his body and everything on his breath. That's all I'm going to say. So we get to Amp and Dime. Now, Amp wants to talk to Dime because now he's feeling bad. Maybe because he's coming off of his drug high, right? He's feeling bad about the things that he's done. Even though Dime did some messed up stuff to him, she didn't trust him and she went and told on him before. His get back has been relentless. Like, is he a Scorpio? Because he has been doing the most, from having sex or sex in front of her, you know, with multiple girls, doing all kind of stuff, and unaliving one of them in the process. Now we get to the house where the nurse is that was supposed to be watching over Marilyn's father, or Madam's father. Then she has her hemmed up and she's scared. She takes off running. Madam runs to the other room. Look at the look on her face. What is this? What is going on? What did she see? Her father. So he is not gone. Her father is still with us. I knew that gangster didn't pass away that quick. Gangsters don't even go like that, all right? That man was too gangster and too crazy. So we'll see what happens on the next episode. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Thank you for watching AWTM. If y'all want to see more and more show reviews, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell a friend. Share this video. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.